Okay, we're up to question 15 now. So when I'm trying to multiply a fraction, I've got 6/7 of 5/12. So I'm just going to multiply them together, and that's going to give me 6 times 5, which is 30, and 7 times 12, which is 84. So top times top, bottom times bottom. But it does say in its simplest form. So I'd get 1 mark for writing that down, but can I say that they've got a common factor? Well, they're both even numbers, so I could divide them both by 2. But they're also both now in the 3 times 2. They're both multiples of 3. So I'm going to divide them both by 3 as well, and that will give me 5/14. Okay. I could just say they're in the 6 times table here. I could do it in stages. So that will give me the answer 5/14. Here's a list of ingredients for making 20 biscuits. Okay, Harry wants to make 60 biscuits. So I'm just going to make that really easy for myself. So how would I turn 20 into 60? Well, I'm going to count up in 20s, 20, 40, 60. So I need 3 sets of that recipe. How much flour does Harry need? Well, Harry's down the bottom here, so he needs 3 times that, 3 times that, 3 times that. But we're only actually interested in the flour, so Harry would need 750 grams of flour. Now, even though I've got all this space here to work out what's going on, I think it's easy to see exactly what we're doing by just filling it in up there. Question 17. 200 count in the bag. So I've got some red counters. I've got 38 red. I've got 52 blue. And the rest are yellow or green. So we'll get to those numbers in a minute. So first things first, we're going to add these together. And if I add them together, I get 90 red or blue. Okay, so between them are 90 red or blue. So the rest of them are yellow or red. So I'm going to take away that 90. So I'm going to have 110 that are yellow or green. Okay. Good. Now, because there's this bit, the rest of the counters are yellow or green. There are the same number of yellow or green. So actually, if I take that 110 and split it 2 ways, I'm going to have 55 yellow and 55 green. That's good. What percentage of the counters in the bag are yellow? So I've got 55 out of all of them, out of 200 are yellow. Now because I want it to be a percentage, per means out of, centage means 100, so I want to make it out of 100. Now, how many hundreds make 200? 2. So I'm going to need to divide this number by 2. So how many 2's make 55? How many 2's make 5? 2 remainder 1. How many 2's make 17? 7 remainder 1. How many 2's make 10? 5. So that would give me 27.5%. Okay, you can just half that number, but up to you how you prefer to do it. Now these questions are much easier than people think they are. I'm just going to do a little example with numbers, and then it will all make a bit more sense. So Naomi, I'm going to reread, if I made up a different question. Naomi had, let's imagine that she had 3 bags of apples, and she had 4 crates of apples. So how would I do that? Naomi has 5 apples in each bag, so she would say I've got 5 bags, and each of my bags has got 5 apples in each bag, and I've got 3 bags. So I've got 3 times 5, and I've got 28 apples in each crate, so I've got 28 and I've got 4 crates. So if I was doing it with numbers, people would get that right, and that will tell you how many the total number of apples. But because it's written with algebra, people don't like it. So let's just think about the process we've done. We've taken the number of bags and we've multiplied it by 5. So actually I've just got to do B multiplied by 5. Then I've taken the number of crates and I've multiplied that by 28. So I'm going to, number of crates times by 28. And then what do? I'd add those numbers together because I've got apples in bags, apples in crates. And that would give me the total number of apples. Now that isn't very tidy, so we're just going to tidy it up because maths we write it in a particular way if we can. So the total number of apples, so that's this bit, is equal to 5 times b. Well, in algebra we try not to use that multiplication symbol, so we just write 5b, add 28c. And that genuinely is it. Okay, people think it's way more difficult than it is.